Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello everybody and welcome back to yet another full flight video here on the channel. Today we're in the 777 PMDG 777-300 in the Thai Airways livery. I really like this livery because it's got the kind of weathered dirt effect all over the plane, and I just feel like there's too many planes in this sim that are too nice looking. I mean, if you're ever in a flight in real life, you'll know yourself that a lot of the time they do not look so fresh and they're a bit bruised and battered from the constant work that they get. But yeah, a flight in the Thai 777-300, you'll obviously be able to see lots of other aircraft. I bit the bullet and downloaded FSTL. Just to have a bit of AI traffic, just to liven the place up, really, because obviously it was looking a bit, when you're flying to places like Heathrow, etc., it's a bit sparse. So I thought it would be good to try out some traffic. I was just concerned about the frames, but to be honest with you, it's not too bad, especially here at this airport. We're in Bangkok, taking this Thai Airways 777 over to London Heathrow, so a fairly long flight, about 12.5 hours I think it's estimating. But yeah, it's a very big airport, a big scenery as well, very detailed, and I wouldn't say the frames are any worse than they are generally without the traffic. So we'll see how we get on. I think the traffic is probably more to do with the fact that I assume it's the CPU that does the traffic, and because I'm playing at 4K, despite how CPU intensive flight sim is, because I'm running in 4K, I'm GPU bound. Even with a 4090, it's running at 4K is not going to do you any favours. But I like the quality, and to be fair, like in the flight deck it's not fantastic, but that's not because of the AI traffic. I know that for a fact, and once we get out of here, we will not be too bad. It'll probably not be great into Heathrow either, but if you're from the P3D FSX even days, you should appreciate that the fact that even getting this frame rate while running at 4K with these settings is good, and I am from those days. That's when I started playing flight sim back in FSX, FS 2004 really, to be honest. Anyway, I'm rambling, quite good at that in these videos. So yeah, welcome to the PMDG 777, not had that featured on the channel yet. I don't fly it too much, because generally obviously it's a long haul aircraft, and long haul just requires a bit more planning ahead, I guess, for simming it. I mean, obviously you can do the sim rate speed up, but to be honest, it is 5 to 7 in the morning where I am in the UK, and I have been up all night editing and rendering the most recent full flight video. So I'm very tired actually, but I really wanted. I was on just browsing through flightsim.to, looking at liveries for inspiration, I suppose, for the next flight, and I seen this livery, and I just like the fact that it's really weathered, and I thought I really actually just want to fly that now. So basically we're going to do a long flight, I'm going to take off, and I'm going to go to my bed, because I'm basically a night owl apparently. But yeah, I've been up all night editing and rendering the Storm Ashley full flight video, which I'm quite pleased with the outcome of it. It did take me all night to edit it, and then took the computer the other half of the night to render it. But it's uploaded and ready to go. But anyway, I am still rambling. Let's just get into it. Overhead panel, let's put the ADIRU on. We can arm the emergency lights. Also, if it is, I have not flown the aircraft in a long time. I haven't actually done a full flight in it in MSFS done plenty of full flights with it in P3D, but not in MSFS, so forgive me if I'm a bit rusty and make a total arse of what I'm doing, basically. So I think in this aircraft you can put the fuel pumps on straight away. Might be wrong in that. I don't know, I can't remember when you're meant to do half of the things, but it's fine, we're just going to wing it. That's what we do on the channel. Let's go down to the FMC, and first off I'm going to do the fuel. So that's in pounds, let's get that changed. Bear with me a second. Aircraft displays kilograms, return, there we go. Right, FS actions, fuel. We are taking 115,000 ton, 115,000 tons, 115,000 kilos of fuel, which it's put to 130. Why does it do that? I don't know why it didn't just like put the right amount in the first time. Anyway, our zero fuel weight is going to be 209. 209.0, just 209. So our gross weight's 324 tons, max weight 352, so we are heavy in terms of fuel, but not too, or obviously 60% in terms of payload, which isn't too bad. So we're just going to go to the menu page again, go to FMC, pause in it, and it's been, because obviously I'd never fly in this part of the world, Victor Tango Bravo Sierra, is that correct? Yes. I was just trying to remember it there. Can take the GPS position, put that in. I'll put the gate in if it's going to let me. We are at Delta 4. Oh, it's got it. And they match. Excellent. So we can go route request. Here you can see where I made an arse of it earlier and put the wrong letter in, mixed the letters up. If you watched the last full flight video, you'll know I've got previous for that with the going to the wrong runway in the last video for departure. So yeah, there's a wee spoiler for that if you haven't seen that, but it means that, you know, I've got previous for making a total arse of things like that. So oh, okay, I thought I put the flight number in there, but obviously I don't. So it's, oh, let's just execute that, I guess. So I think we wait for it to come back. I mean, I could have just put it straight in the core route, but you wouldn't get that nice little noise, so... Oh my god. Right. Load. There we go. So is that it? Execute. Right, we are Thai Airways. So that's Tango Hotel Alpha. What is it? 6-3 Tango Golf. Totally made up for the call sign. However, the flight number for this. What am I doing? What am I doing? Wait. Yeah, I was like, where's the... Christ, has it really been that long since I've flown this? 6-3 Tango Golf and the flight number, execute that. Right, runway, we are departing from 01, apparently. Let's try and make sure we go to the correct runway today. I'd just like to do the departure, so it's 01. And we are on... I'm not even going to try to butcher the pronunciation of any of the places over here. Traffic on... See, that kind of thing is like, obviously I'm not used to seeing all the traffic on the TCAS. I'm actually quite looking forward to it, and hopefully it doesn't get in the way too much. There is a button, if I go into it, here that says remove nearby traffic. So hopefully that actually works, because it's probably what I'll do. Not so much in the departure, because I guess I can try and figure that out for myself, but on the arrival, because I'm not going to use the default ATC, because it's far too much effort, and it's, I mean, if it's anything like what it was in FSX days, I am not interested. Anyway, back to the init ref. So we can put zero fuel weight in. I guess we'll accept that. Cruising at 300, flight level 300 to begin with, but we are stepping all the way up to 380. Performance. So let's go to the performance tool. Right. Import. No. Electronic flight bag. Request data from SimBrief. There we go. That all actually works. Amazing. Amazing. Are my charts? I will deal with that later, because I have resubscribed to Navigraph, but obviously I need to do something else. Right, runway 01. We can import from aircraft just to make sure it's actually correct. We can import the weather and calculate. So flaps 5 and select temperature 39. So select 39. It is on takeoff 1, so I'm probably going to have to put that in again. Yep, 39. There we go. Takeoff, flaps 5, centre of gravity. So 177.183.186 is what's in the aircraft. So it's got 177.183.186. 77.83.86. That's correct. Excellent. Flaps 5 was correct. So there you go. You can see our N1 is going to be 90. It's saying 96.9 on here, but 97.2 on there. So despite the massive runway and the massive engines on the aircraft, still going to be using a pretty much near toga takeoff, which is everything we want, really, let's be honest. Just going to get the charts up on my other screen here, and I am just wanting to check the runway heading, which is 015, which is pretty much where the way we're facing just now. I'm going to put our initial cruise up to... Does this not change? Am I? Really? Okay, apparently not. Sorry, sidetracked. I put 140 in. Again, we'll just be going straight up, but I like to be different. 186 for the the speed on MCP. 015. Cannot speak clearly. Let's just change this to hectopascals, because that's what we're rolling with. Auto brake RTO, that might flick back off, the hydraulics are off. No, that's working. Cool. Let's get the APU started. There it's there. I'm going to ask GSX to prepare us for pushback and departure. No, do not release the ground power yet, because the APU is not started. That's the only thing we're going to have to get used to, is it's very, very loud outside. But again, that's what you want. The living, breathing airport. there is going to be no SkyDolly at the moment for this video, because I'm having issues with it. Where it's I think it's that is causing it to crash the sim in the 777. I think that is what's causing it. I could be wrong, so I'm not going to jinx it until I have a bit more time to figure out what exactly is going on. So I think it's here. I need to wait for it to say APU running. So what I'm going to go down to do over here is FS actions. That sounds like we've got some air conditioning, so I'm assuming that's the... I'm assuming that is the APU on, which it is. I'm going to arm all the doors. Ground connections, they are already removed. We can release the ground power. Ground connections. Remove the chocks. We want to go left. We are going over that way. Famous last words. Right. Return menu. Let's get into the FMC. I'll put this on the VNav page. Oh. Did the step climbs work? Yes, that's fine. I was just like really panicking there. Left flight director on, right flight director on, LNAV, VNav. Release the parking brakes. Release the parking brakes. Okay. Why will you not let me release the parking brake? There we go. Don't know what it was getting upset with there. Now, I'm just going to put all of the hydraulics on. Don't know if I'm meant to or not, but I'm doing it either way. Sound of the hydraulics is on now. So let's go to start. We'll start engine number 2. It is a little bit laggy for my liking, but it is what it is. There's plane taking off. No doubt this guy's going to come down here and get right in my way. And that's when everyone shouts at me and says that's why you should be using ATC. Whoops, I think I was meant to put fuel in ages ago there. That's the hope. How far is GSX going to push us back? So that's a good start on number 2. Let's go for number 1. Hello, are we going to stop? Finally. Parking brake on. Let's just chuck the fuel in now. No idea when you're meant to chuck it in. Let's be honest, it doesn't matter. We're in the sim. Let's just get the engine started. Oh yeah, I was going to... What was I going to do? I was going to do something. and it was to do it with TCAS. Let's do transponder only for the moment, just to get all of these guys off my screen just while we're on the ground. So this dude stopped here, which makes me think he wants to come this way, which makes me think I probably shouldn't have taxied this way, but who knows. Now, FSTL, as far as I'm aware, is set so that if something is blocking it for, I think it's 120 seconds by default, that it'll basically just remove itself. So hopefully, if it's round here this guy wants, he just disappears. Anyway, that's us got 2 good starts on the engines. So with that, we can take the APU off. Never put the beacon on, but who cares? Taxi light can come on. The packs are on auto at the moment, which makes me think they don't want to come on yet. That doesn't even make sense what I've just said. Ah, there we go. Yeah, he's gone. Okay, no, that's good. That is good. Flaps 5. May as well have a look at the wing view for them. Hello? Flaps 5, anybody? That's flaps 1, apparently. I definitely clicked that twice, don't know why it's decided I didn't. Doesn't matter though. There we go. Nice dirty wing, just what we want. Okay. Sorry, I think I'm having a bit of brain fog because I'm tired. Just a flight control check. All good. Right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Now, do I have to hold the brake and click them at the same time? Appears to be something like that. Here we go. Let's go. Let's get over to London. It's kind of annoying because the longer the sim's been sitting, it's got significantly... Look at that trim. Why is that so bad? Yeah, it's like the longer we have sat, the worse the frame rate has got, unfortunately. I really need to either get a streaming PC, because I rather stupidly I use the graphics card to do the processing of the recording, which I know I shouldn't do because realistically I need it all for the sim when it's 4K, but at the same time I also need a graphics card to record 4K, so I either need to invest in a streaming setup, which I really don't want to do, or just hopefully the 5090 is 1, readily available when it comes out, and 2, would be beneficial. Yeah, I am having issues. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having issues with some control setup. So let me just double check what did it want us on. 5.75. Sorry, this video's been a wee bitty all over the place, even for me. Just going to set the trim, which is obviously going to take its sweet time to get from there. So, oh, amazing, cabin is ready. Nearly there in terms of the trim. There's 6. There, that'll do it. Amazing. Okay, now that that's sorted, let's get ourselves down to London Heathrow. I was going to take you guys away and just speed the taxi up, but to be quite honest with you, I'm just going to leave you here and just you can listen to me ramble, or I might not talk, who knows. Okay, I'm just going to put the transponder back on now. It was just because it was a wee bitty busy on my screen. As far as I'm aware, I don't know if it was already in the 777, but they were bringing the weather radar to either the 777 or it's coming to the 737 using the default Asobo one. Just be cool if that is the case, I suppose. Let's take, I think if we take this turning here just by following where we are in my charts on my other screen, this should hopefully let us avoid the AI traffic that's coming off the runway. Lovely. So I'm so glad. Oh, if you ever see it, like, you know, see how it went lag, like it's now really laggy, because I'm using the 7950X3D for my CPU. I think we need to beat this guy. Come on. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Just wait. Wait. Wait your turn. Thank you. Yeah, because we're using the 7950X3D, it's because of the dual CCD situation with them. Obviously only one of the CCDs has got the 3D cache, which is what makes the game run smooth, or helps the game to run smooth. When I click over to my other screen to not make this screen the priority, which is what happens when you click onto another window, it will change the Windows scheduler to use both the CCDs, which is what causes the lag that you're seeing just now when I do this. But it's just so I can go and look at my other screen for like charts and things. So, but as soon as I click back over, you see it goes all smooth again. Just want to check my trim's not went a wee bit bonkers, which it's not, which is good. Obviously got to remember that in the 777 the nose wheel's quite significantly far behind where we sit up the front. Even though I know that, I'm sure I'll still make a massive arse of every turn that we do take. But hey, it wouldn't be me if I didn't. I mean, he says that, and that is pretty spot on, if you ask me. Just slow down a wee bit, going a little bit fast for the taxiway. I can confirm we are going to the correct runway, which is always helpful. And yes, I am going to consistently reference that video where I went to the wrong runway, because why wouldn't I? I think our dude here needs to get a move on. There it goes. I love the fact that the noises are just nice and subtle. They just work. The only unfortunate thing is I assume that in real life they're not using both of the runways to land. I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't actually checked flight radar, but I assume they would use one for landing, one for departure. But obviously the AI is using them both for both, but I suppose it is what it is. Look at the windsock. Is it because... It's probably because the wind's quite low, I assume. Now, do they taxi up and wait behind, or do they just sit there? I'd like to hope they taxi and wait behind. But then this is the AI traffic and flight sim, which has always been notoriously great at what it does. No, looks like he's just going to chill there. Now, the one thing I did notice it doing earlier on when I was sitting at the stand before I started recording was one aircraft was landing down this way on the runway on 01, and then one was also landing in the opposite direction, which I thought, I mean, I haven't even ever seen FSX AI traffic do that, never mind this, so that was a little bit confusing. Just stop her here. I really have not mastered the parking brake in this thing. Oh, is he just going straight for it? Because it looks like he might be. What is that? Like, I'm assuming it's some kind of hydraulic noise, but I'm just curious. Now, there's nothing on TCAS for the down here, down the runway, on the approach path. Well, I'll tell a lie, it says there's something right in front of me, but I'm assuming that's the yeah, that'll be the EVA Air that's just taken off. Don't see anything in approach, don't see anything on TCAS. Let's head on to the runway. Lights on. Ding the cabin. Runway 01 is confirmed. Really? Doesn't it know we don't do checklists on this channel? Right. There's our friend Eva Ale that's just went over that way, so let's go for it. I think it's 60% you're meant to go to in the 777, isn't it? It's close enough. Auto throttle's obviously already armed. Takeoff. There's 80. V1. Rotate. Nice and gentle. Little bit laggy. Oh, come on. Gear is coming up. Immediate turn to the right, trying to follow the flight director despite the fact that my joystick feels incredibly sensitive for some reason. Oh, see? That's me barely pulling it back. I need to have a little look at that, I think. So with that, to just beat the throttle, we'll go Command A, just for me to not have to fly it when it's being so sensitive. There's climb thrust. Flaps 1. And flaps up, to be honest. Because we are screaming out of here. So, it got really laggy on departure there, that's so frustrating. Man with RTX 4090 complains about lag. I mean, that's really that's unheard of in itself, let's be honest. It's just because it's 4K and I'm recording on it at the same time. If I wasn't recording on it, it wouldn't be as bad. But it is what it is. We're going up to 300. I'm just going to altitude intervene it and we'll go all the way up. So yes, a nice heavy departure out of Bangkok. And yeah, I'm just a bit frustrated about some of the lag and things like that. I really do not want to bite the bullet for a streaming PC, but I also really don't want to scupper on quality because I've got too used to running in 4K 60 HDR to not be running in it, if you know what I mean, because I've spoiled myself basically is what's happened. Could probably turn the traffic down a little bit, but to be honest I didn't think that was too bad. Sometimes at the big airports, like again in FSX days, you'd be at Heathrow airport and you literally would not be able to move for the amount of planes that it would be injecting into the sim. That wasn't too bad for the size of airport, I don't think, personally, but you know, because I mean now we're absolutely cruising. We'll set standard pressure because we are going all the way up, which is set 3 times automatically. Lovely. I tell you, the map looks a lot more realistic in this part of the world. The really cool thing about this livery is like the cabin looks absolutely stunning. Exactly what I would expect. I do like that about it. Just about to come through 10,000, so with that we can get the landing lights off. And then once we come out of this turn, I will put the seat belts to auto. Just once we get out of the turn. Don't know if that's what they would do in real life, but as I've said, it's what I will do. There's it, out of the turn now, so we can go auto and auto. It's very smooth. And yeah, we're probably going to very slowly climb up to 300 because we are very heavy. But it is what it is. Anyway, this has been a bit all over the shop. I will leave you guys for now, and I don't know if there's going to be any cruise shots yet or not. If there is, enjoy them. If not, in 5 seconds we'll be on the arrival into Heathrow. See you then. Welcome back to the flight. We're on the descent down into Heathrow. I was hoping it wouldn't be dark by the time we got over here, but I did depart later than I was hoping to as well, so alas, it is now a bit dark. It's just that the in-flight sim, the dark doesn't make for great viewing experiences on the video at the best of times, because I can barely see it, so the ground and things, so yeah, you guys probably won't either. But anyway, we're going to do it anyway. I know some people do like watching the night lighting, but as you can see, or maybe as you can't see, you can see literally nothing really. But anyway, as I said, we're just going to ignore that. Been in the air now for 11 hours and 45 minutes, 12 hours in the block, and yeah, looking forward to the arrival into Heathrow. Just going to double check the weather. QNH is actually 1030, winds 210 at 5, 14 degrees Celsius. Compared to what we landed in Storm Ashley, this should be a breeze, quite literally. We're going all the way down to 2500, so I'm just going to put the pressure to 1030 now, because it's going to mean that we're a little bit high, which is fine. I do like the way the lights reflect off the clouds. I do like that feature. There we go. Catching up with the descent path now. So we may need to give it a wee hand to slow down. We'll see, it might manage on its own. With this being coming through 10,000, I'm just going to put all of the lights on. Why not? Don't know if it would be beneficial to put the wing light on. That would maybe help us see better. See, I don't particularly like putting it on because it's not very realistic, as they would say. Like, it helps you see here, but really there's no need for it. I'm just going to turn it off. This is even laggier than I was hoping it would be, because it was absolutely fine until I started recording. Might have to look into that in the coming days. We can go to the iniRef page, because I've just realised I've not done that yet. We'll do a flat 30 landing. Looks like the aircraft's slowing itself down absolutely fine. It wants a little bit of drag, so a little bit of drag I shall give it. Not that you can see, but it is what it is. I did try editing some settings to try and get the frame rate to be a little bit better, but to be honest I can't. It's actually not done in it. I think it is purely down to using the NVEC recorder for recording it, which is using the GPU, which, because we're at 4K, as I've mentioned, is we're GPU limited, not CPU limited. But the reason I use the GPU to record it is because it's the only one that records the HDR properly. There may be other ways to get the CPU to try and do a better job of it, but I have not figured it out yet. Recording the HDR has been nothing but a massive pain in the arse, to be honest with you. But I like the way it looks when it does record. It also means that it takes an age to render it as well. So I don't know. I like playing in HDR, so therefore I don't need to record it in HDR, but it kind of helps because the colours look better. Just passing through 8,000 now. Apparently the cabin are ready. Do we not have a decel point? Doesn't look like it. You can see all the traffic buzzing about in the air. Hopefully it doesn't cause us too many issues on the descent. loads kicking about. You just see the flashing lights everywhere. You can see them all over the ND as well. I mean, from a great distance, this looks good. It's just, I just don't know that flying at night in the sim is like the easiest for like the viewing experience, if you want to call it that. I was just thinking as well, during the flight at points, that I really should get some VAT sim flights in, because I know people enjoy watching that kind of stuff. The only reason really I haven't is because the time of day that I fly at. I generally fly in the middle of the night, so I have to obviously, sometimes I'll manually change the time so that it's the day, because for the reasons I've just explained about not being a great viewing experience at night. But yeah, I will look to do that at some point. Looks like we've got a few aircraft down on final that look far too close to each other for them to all be making it. I guess now is a good opportunity to try the remove traffic nearby. I don't know how nearby they need to be for that to work, because I mean, these guys here are only less than 10 miles away. Looks like it works splendidly. We'll see. I'll give it a chance. Right, we're getting quite close to runway and we are not set up in the slightest here, so we're going to go flaps 1. Going to arm the localizer. So as you can see, it looks like it's got them landing on both runways again, which they definitely don't do at Heathrow, but it is what it is. We'll go flaps 5 as well, just to help us slow down. Going to try and remove that traffic again. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't appear to work. We'll see. So we've got the localizer, we can arm approach. We can actually yeah, we're slowing down, that's fine. Go flaps, what DME are we, 9? Yeah, we'll go flaps 15. We'll arm the speed brakes. The flaps should be enough to bring us down. It's going to level us off, then catch the glide slope, which is lovely. That just bleeds the speed off just perfectly for us. Let's try again to see if we can get rid of these. Oh, I think that got rid. Oh yeah, that worked. That actually did work. I'll try it again because I think this guy's going to get in the way. But that's cool. Right, so landing checklist that I don't have. Landing lights are on, beacon strobe on, seatbelts on. We're not configured yet. Still a little bit out. Well, we're 6 DME now, so we'll go gear down, Flaps 20. VREF is going to be 148. So we'll just bring that all the way down to 148, and as the speed drops off, we will bring the flaps further and further out. So there's flaps 20, the 25, sorry, and we'll just go all the way down to 30. And I'm going to try and clear him off. I think this dude's going to get in our way. Come on. It's fine. We'll just go with it. To be fair, he's just about on the runway. One more time before I do manual control.
1,000.
Yeah, no, he's not going to go. So we're going as slow as we possibly can. Autopilot's out. Now I've tried to fix the control sensitivity, which appears to have worked a bit better than it was, so that's fine. Hopefully our dude gets off the runway ASAP for us. A little bit high, correcting. Nice and smooth.
400.
Still a little bit high. Try and bring that throttle down, nose down a little bit.
300.
Yes, I'm fully aware about the checklist.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
It's checked.
100.
Far too high, but it's okay. Plenty of runway.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Idle the throttle. Oh. Really quite long landing, but it is what it is. $100. Just going to go manual braking to try and make this exit here. There's 80. Reversers are stowed. And welcome to Heathrow. Let's just slow her right down and we'll try and make this turn here. Welcome to London Heathrow. Once we turn right here, I will get all the lights and everything sorted. I believe, having looked at the flight before we departed, that Thai use at Terminal 2. So we're going to attempt to find Terminal 2. I'm used to using Terminal 5 every time I fly out of Heathrow. So something a bit different. There we go. Okay. So, it's very laggy, Jesus. Landing lights off. Strobe off. I'll start the APU. Right, this is when on my other screen I bring up the airport to see where exactly we are in relation to the world. So bear with me. Right. So we're looking for Terminal 2A. Right. So we're going to go GSX, Terminal 2. Now, what gate do we want? 122 something. So they look like they are all taken. Sorry, I'm just letting this thing slow down. 231, can we go for that? No, that is Terminal 2B. So it looks like we're going for stand 218. Let's go with that. No. No idea who does Heathrow, so we're just going to let it do that. Right, 218, where is that? Right, okay. I know where we're going, roughly. He says, as he actually nearly misses a turn. We need to turn down here, I think. Oh, I really am sorry about the lag. I think it's because I'm not on this screen. It is. So, apparently, okay, according to my Navigraph, this doesn't exist. Or is it just, I think it's just a bit behind, actually. Take that back. Oh, we have miraculously managed to find our way. So there's 218 left. There's 218. Just slowing her right down. I just realised I forgot to stop the clocks, but it's fine. Hit that heavy turn. That'll explain why we were kind of going so fast, because I had the throttles slightly too high. Good. Thank you GSX for that. That's much appreciated. It looks like he's departing, which is good, because I shouldn't have been allowed to park here, but whatever. Slow her down. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nearly there. 5 feet. On. And stop. With that, I'm just going to kill the fuel. Passenger signs can go off. We can turn the electrics off. The beacon can come off. Taxi light off. Turn offs off. We can fire the wing view on. Put the lights on, and welcome to Heathrow. A rather laggy Heathrow, of which I do apologise for. I think this is the laggiest I have had. Yeah, I think this is the laggiest I have ever had. Flight Sim 2020. This video I feel like it's been a bit all over the place, especially compared to my last one. Yeah, so I do apologise for that. Been a bit all over the place. I really do need to sort some of the lag out. Obviously it's going to be a mixture of the new AI traffic, the plane, the fact that I'm recording, because I guarantee you as soon as I stop recording this, my frames will I'll probably gain about between 10 to 20 frames is generally what it takes off. So when you're sitting probably, I don't know what we're running at just now, but it looks like it's probably 20, 25. So when you're already running at that frame rate, 10 to 20 is quite a lot. But anyway, I'm rambling on what has already been a kind of all over the place video. So I shall leave you and thank you for watching. And yeah, as always, if you get any suggestions for where you'd like me to head on the next flight, just let me know and I will see if we can do it. But in the meantime though folks, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!